Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. And today, besides covering the great majority of crypto and finance, we'll be discussing the Ripple network and XRP in particular. So, without further ado, let's get started. And this tweet shall serve as our jumping off point. As we continue our tour through this market and witness actual movement, please pay attention. I want you to know that this is one of the greatest chances you'll ever have, since everyone outside of crypto is telling us that crypto is this cryptus. It's not just about cashing in on the market upswing, either. It's about seeing and taking part in one of the most transformative shifts in human history. Right legislation, as well as acceptance and implementation of this technology, are all preconditions for the Big Bang event, about which I have spoken at length. Every single significant change. We can expect them, they're already here. That's the end goal, and everything that's happening now is a stepping stone there. I've already covered this ground, but this tweet is so profound to me that I have to include it. Pharaoh X tweeted the following. And he's saying, I have a lot of respect for anyone who works in crypto. Also, everyone on our block, pay attention, so do I. For those who read the articles and watch the films, for those who continue to show their support. You have my utmost admiration. I also have no words to express my gratitude for your consistent attendance. That means the absolute world to me. But other than that, it's a good idea to put your money here. It's not an easy assignment when 99% of the population considers it a joke. It takes courage to act contrary to popular opinion. It's not simple to put one's entire life on the line and risk losing it all. It takes a lot of fortitude to ride out the ups and downs. Long-term planning is challenging. Being lied to all the time. It's not easy to be manipulated by the people who run the markets. Nothing about this is simple. It's not supposed to be simple. But if you can make it through the hardships, you will have earned the rewards that follow. That is something that can never be taken away. Success to everyone. For this and many other reasons, I insist you should never admit your good fortune, because, as we can see from the present, crypto is fermenting. Everything in here is heating up for the massive shock of realizing that retail is finally coming back. The mainstream media's sudden interest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as if they were the next big thing should serve as a wake-up call. They will sell the apex to those with FOMO, but you need to keep your eye on the prize. Shadow Whale, Paul for this, how do you anticipate crypto liquidity, Bitcoin, and global M2 to develop from one year to the next? You can see a trend developing. Take note of the large spikes. Check out when they initially began. Take the big bull run of 2017 to 2018 as an illustration. Bitcoin started to increase in value year on year, and global M2 did the same. In 2015, their share of the population began to rise. However, in 2017, it began to rise sharply, causing a significant shift in the market. Do you notice the M in supply now? Yes, it's beginning to rise sharply, suggesting that the next major cycle in Bitcoin's price will also be steep. Keep in mind that the liquidity cycles are the driving force behind the cycles. However, this is when Bitcoin's performance surpasses that of the Nasdaq and crypto becomes the supermassive black hole. Our weekly measure of global liquidity is about to rise over zero, as can be seen here. Total and Fed net liquidity are both above zero and trending upwards, but the CRGMI is below zero. And somewhere in the distance, the soft, melodic tones of a cowbell can be heard. In light of everything that's going on, it's important to remember that liquidity is improving and increasing, that we operate on liquidity cycles, that the 4-year cycle is constantly being brought up, that it merely follows liquidity, and that it is entirely possible that the 4-year cycle will completely shift at some point due to changes in liquidity. When you combine this with the fact that liquidity is on the rise, you have the makings of a major shift in the market. But beyond this, they must be concealing the reality that conventional finance appears to be collapsing, right? Stocks, like banks and the entire system, have done rather well recently but are showing signs of slowing down. Then we have this happening on October 26th. The fact that we are witnessing overt attacks on crypto is what has prompted me to bring this up again. They need to slow things down because we have been uniting against traditional finance and they do not like it. To add insult to injury, Nance and others have criminally prosecuted U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis, who is represented here by Justin. In case you needed a reminder, this graphic depicts the tried-and-true shake-up procedure they've used for eons. You can rewind to 2020 and be right there before the market shifts. You're free to revert to 2016 or 2017. China has been known to prohibit cryptocurrencies as recently as 2021. The mainstream media will pick up on all of these FUD claims and the news that India has banned cryptocurrency because it is following China's lead. This is being done to cause a stir in the financial markets. All of this is designed to get folks on edge before the big shifts. Also, this is exactly what the Pharaoh said, right? It's not simple to put money into something that 99% of people view as a joke. It's already challenging enough without having to compete with the mainstream media and the other major players in the market who are always advising consumers how to spend their money. Everyone is warning you to stay away from cryptocurrency. Cryptos are the target of a massive attack, and crypto is doomed. Articles with titles like "This is why retail keeps failing" appear all the time in the major publications. However, if you're interested in cryptography beyond this, I must say, Eddie, you're killing it right now. The subject here is Cynthia Lummis. Fifth, failing to verify your sources. The assertion made in the article published by the Wall Street Journal has been disproven. Where are the buffalo at this time? Again, this is because we noticed widespread participation in the spread of false information and alarm. All of this is designed to send shockwaves across the market just before the big shifts. Check out this. Shutter ISO 22. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. There has been a lot of talk about how this has been delayed. As we have said, the implementation of SEPA will not take place until March of 2024. Further, ISO 22 till the following month remains significant. Regulations and the SCORE effort for efficient collateral management in Europe are primary drivers of ISO 22.2. By the end of the year, 2023, 40 distinct event categories will have adopted 15 brand new norms. And in November, a wave of shock will hit the business sector. Take a look. And before I dig any deeper, I should say that this is not meant to be clickbait. I don't mean this to be clickbait. According to ISO 2002, this is not a clickbait piece. This information can be seen in its entirety in the TCS Banking Journal. Regulations at the national or regional level are the primary force behind the push toward 2022 standards. Here on the ground, looking ahead, we can see that by November of 2023, 40 different sorts of events will have adopted 15 new standards thanks to the ECB SCORE effort, which centered on collateral from a CA viewpoint. The subsequent gatherings will use the year 2022. Within the month of November in the year 2025, European regulations will determine how quickly the rest of the world follows the United States in adopting the ISO 2022 format. Shockwaves will be felt throughout the business as a result of the ECB, European Central Bank, and collateral operators' SCORE restrictions, with the first effects appearing in November of 2023. Central depository institutions and operators of collateral will be impacted. The impact will be felt first by institutional clients, and then by custodians, CSD participants, and the rest of the custodial chain. And then the second phase is scheduled to begin in November 2025. But since the rest of the world is unlikely to switch to the new language anytime soon, affected institutions' clients will need to switch to this new format before they can confidently discuss ISO 2002. In fact, ISO 2002 will likely be claimed by operators within the next 3 to 5 years. So, I get it. We're delaying some very significant changes until March of 2024. That's only the SEPA, though. We are witnessing widespread upheaval in the financial sector at the same time that the establishment is unleashing a barrage of false information designed to send investors running for the hills. Try not to lose sight of the forest for the trees. The conventional banking system is totally ineffective. Along with it, stock has slowed. Equivalent to stocks when considering stocks. Surely this has been a fantastic year for them. A market cap of over $1 trillion was achieved, making this video one of the most talked about in recent history. And what do you know? Money was moving out of stocks and into cryptocurrency and money market funds. About $6 trillion can be found there. A cryptocurrency with a better liquidity cycle. Additionally, there are numerous noteworthy developments about standardization for, say, utilizing digital assets and DLT technology. There has been a huge spark here. However, with Bitcoin ETFs, the cryptocurrency is also being adopted by major financial institutions. That fact is being kept quiet. Nobody, and I don't mean video makers on YouTube, deserves that. I'm not getting into that kind of thing. No, I'm talking about actual major media outlets here. As if CNBC were saying that once a Bitcoin ETF is approved, everything would change. Here on CNBC, we're discussing how a Bitcoin ETF will pave the way for widespread institutional support of the cryptocurrency. Where exactly is this debate going on? There is a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, being spread about Nance and Tether in the mainstream media right now. For a long time, that has been the case. As far back as 2020 and 2021, we have observations. We've heard all the predictions about how the cryptocurrency market is about to crash. Also, we've noticed that China and India have banned crypto. The time to leave is now. Last December, in the year 20.2. I mean, how does this person, Jim Cramer, even have a platform on mainstream media to tell people what to do? He paraded around on CNBC. Once again, I've covered this before. However, he recommends that investors cash out their crypto holdings right before the market bottoms out. He really can't make up stories like that. Because of this, stores are a prime target. They have also always been an easy target. It's also the reason the retail industry has remained stuck in its rut for so long. That's why I have so much admiration for anyone who can see through their masks and appreciate the significance of the present moment. That's why I resurrected this tweet. Look, like 99% of the population is still dozing off. Bank certificate of deposit accounts are still recommended as a safe investment option. Really? They're actually residing in a fantasy world. Cryptocurrencies are the wave of the future, and we expect their value to skyrocket in the near future. Norms, adoption, and acceptance and regulation, please listen. This year, crypto has entered the lexicon of large institutions, while at the same time, mainstream media has continued to flood the space. In your opinion, what will happen now? We are still preparing. And on that note, I hope you found this video entertaining. Please leave a like and turn on notifications if you enjoyed this video. See you later, bye.